Hey everyone, I'm Donna Lopez and this is ETS. This is your mid-month energy forecast, and I'm doing this a little bit earlier than I said I would. Today is the 15th of July. It is 1:10 Pacific time. If you've been here before, you know I look at my calendar a lot. So if you see me looking down, that's what's going on. So first of all, I hope all of you are doing well. Um, the energies are very different. I know there's lots of planets that were doing different things, retrogrades, etc. And depending on where you're at energetically, what you have worked with yourself in terms of your own soul's evolution, um, what you might be sensing and feeling is different than it is for others, as I share often. So I want to say what I've been being led to do. I'm looking at my calendar again here. What I've been being led to do lately is to just access more of the love that is coming in to the planet and becoming that love, and trying to be more of an instrument for that love. That's the primary energy that I have been sensing and feeling. And I'm hearing true, authentic self. So we are, as usual, but even more so now, peeling away the layers that have maybe been hiding our true, authentic self. And no matter your, as I said, no matter where you are on the scale, for others that can be tons of layers, and for others that feel they've done the work, they might be surprised at what else wants to be revealed. So it's a beautiful, cradling, loving, beautiful energy that we're experiencing right now. So I'm going to start out, and I'll explain just a little bit too, that if you haven't been on my site or seen these YouTube shares, you take what fits and what doesn't fit, just let it go. But these mid-month energy forecasts are like weather reports of what we may be seeing, feeling, experiencing from the 15th through the 31st of July 2018. And it won't be the same for everyone. There may be bits and pieces, but it'll give you a general understanding of, think of it as like packing for the trip. You're going to go on a trip and you want to know, should I do summer clothes, winter clothes? Will the road be bumpy or smooth? Will there be a lot of hairpin curves in this road, etc.? So it just gives you a little bit of an understanding, but it's not meant to be to supersede what you feel and know for yourself. All right. So now that I've done my disclaimers, we're going to look at from the 15th, today, Monday, to the 20th, which is Friday. All right. Now the first thing they're telling me is, I'm hearing you. So Spirit is really hearing you. This is why it's very important to be aware of what it is you're thinking, saying to yourself, and to continue to upgrade yourself. You know, if it's not optimal, lift it, lift the energy. And I am hearing something about extenuating circumstances. So for some of you, you might be dealing with something that occurred and there are extenuating circumstances in reference to that. But they're also saying that don't let it come back to you. In other words, there can be extenuating circumstances with people, places, things, situations, our health, etc., whatever. But we can observe it without owning it, becoming it, and bringing it back to you. So we are in a very much of a strong law of attraction energy right now, where we are magnetizing ourselves. We are magnetized to what we are carrying with us through our thought processes, etc. I also see that some of you are getting ready to go on trips. I see that closer to Wednesday, Thursday. I see the bags packed and people getting ready to go. Um, and I'm hearing good weather. I know for us in the States, and I think parts of Europe even, it's been extremely hot. But I'm hearing that the weather is going to be good. So that's always nice to hear. Um, all right, I'm also seeing that many of you are trying to manifest something, create something for yourselves right now, but you're trying to make it happen. You don't need to make it happen. You just need to allow it to happen. The visual they're showing me is like Dorothy with her ruby slippers, and she's kicking in those heels hard, like trying to make it happen. And really, she didn't do that. She just relaxed. Of course, now this was after she did this big long trip, where she always had the slippers on her and always had the ability to go where she needed to go. But she just gently said, clicked them 3 times and trusted the process. So trust. You don't have to force or make something happen. It doesn't have to be emotionally arduous or physically arduous. For many of us, if you're used to putting a lot of emotion into something, or physically working really hard to create, understanding that you don't need to do that anymore, that it's not necessary. Your energy might want to do it, so understand your chemical makeup, how you function, how you like to be, and there are other ways that you can be like that. You can go out and just work physically, out in nature. You can emotionally share how much you love and care for people. You can talk passionately about what you are passionate about, but we don't need to make more work of our work. The work wants to work with you. All right. I also see that some of you are lightening up and giving yourselves a break and allowing yourselves, and I'm hearing true authentic self. So a lot of you really are getting in tune with what's right for you. You're not following the path that everybody else is following. You are taking the zigzags and knowing that that's just part of the fun of going off track a little bit, because you're discovering other bits and pieces and parts of yourself. So it's important to allow yourself to have fun and to explore. And there really aren't too many detours that don't show you where to go, where not to go, or something interesting on a different, by taking a different path, or doing things a little differently. I also see that there's some of you have been asking for clarity. I feel like for some of you there has been lots of cleansing, lots of tears maybe even. And I want to say there are many times when tears come when it is extremely cleansing, extremely healing. And that's what I'm seeing is like a cleansing, like releasing, like tears that just want to fall out of your eyes, they just want to come out. It's okay. It's sometimes we just need to allow, and we may not even know where they're coming from. Like, why am I crying? What's going on here? But it's just your heart feeling. It's just you allowing. Not everything has to be defined. And for many things, there isn't a definition for what you're experiencing. So good luck trying to define it. All right. Let's see. What else is going on? I also see for some of you, I feel, especially near the end, Thursday, Friday, like I need to feel a sense of security. And I don't necessarily mean financial security, but I need to know that I'm loved, that somebody wants to hold me and love me and care for me. And I do know that many are being encouraged. We're in a time of needing to be a part of a connection. Needing to feel like someone has your back. But I want to say with that, please understand that sometimes we expect people to give to us what we don't give to ourselves and what we don't give to others. We may give according to what we think their needs are, but we don't know their needs, and they don't know your needs. So please just allow people to love you where you're at and just love them where they're at, and you'll see much more flourishing and beneficial aspects to that. I really feel that that is going to really bring in an enormous amount of healing and love to you. So, put on your shoes and make yourself get out there and connect with things that you're interested in, people, things like that. Yeah. All right. It's interesting. I thought I was hearing news report, and then I heard news sport, and then it was like news sport. There seems like there might be a new sport, something new coming on the scene that is something new for everybody to enjoy. Yeah. So I know we're moving away from some old things that we used to all enjoy sports-wise into new things that maybe are healthier and fun, but also bring out the best in all of us. But whatever it is, there's some new sport that's coming out. That's an interesting little side note. All right, let's look at the 21st and the 22nd. That's the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, interesting. They're showing a weight, and it's like you're picking up this weight in front of you and putting it down in the next step. It's like every step you take, you're picking up this little 5-pound weight and bringing it with you. And they're saying, don't be concerned. It's interesting how we carry our baggage or our concerns with us. I don't want to say baggage, our concerns. We all have concerns about different things that we feel are important to us, or that we think are important to others, or what they should be important to others. They're saying that you don't have to carry this weight forward with each step that you take, that you can, just because you leave it where it's at and you move forward doesn't mean that you're not concerned, that you don't care, or that you're not there for whatever that concern is. It's just not useful or necessary. Yeah, and it's interesting, there's switch right over now to Barrel of Monkeys. So I feel like late Saturday, Sunday, it's like things are a barrel of monkeys. Things are funny, just, funny things happening, funny experiences, etc. Just funny. Everything's just a barrel of monkeys. It feels really good. I don't know why they're clicking my fingers like this, but I feel like they're saying that it could be just like that fast of a change, like things are just a barrel of monkeys. For my husband and myself, I was just telling somebody how when we go on trips, if something odd happens that would be a deterrent for someone else, or like, oh my goodness, this is happening, for us it's like, oh my god, this is where it's starting, this is fun, because we enjoy the movie, how things are unfolding. We can look at it and perceive it without being it, but also know that we always know that Spirit's with us on our journeys, etc. So this is how I feel, this barrel of monkeys, fun stuff, things just happening like that are fun. All right, let's see. I'm hearing again, don't be concerned. And they're saying, cherish what you have. Cherish what you have. And say, covet what you have. They said, cherish what you have. Really beautiful. Also, I want to say that for many of you, I'm hearing something about the physical body. You're feeling changes in your body, many changes. I've spoken to others about, the chemical, we do go through chemical changes within our bodies, whether it's feeling hot and releasing heat that's like burning off density, or like for myself, the beginning of the month, and I've been not requiring a lot of sleep, just able to sleep and then wake up and just feel very refreshed and just fine. So just know that your body chemistry is changing. And so that's just, I think, a confirmation to trust the process, trust the path. But of course, if you have concerns, that are on a level that you don't feel comfort and you feel like you want to seek professional advice, you go do you. But they're just saying that and they're saying it is a trust process that's going on right now. All right. All right, let's look at the 23rd to the 27th, which is next Monday to Friday. Well, I feel for some of you, I don't know why I switched that up, but because I saw what I saw, which was like a knot in the stomach, but I felt like my thought on that is that when I see a huge knot, sometimes it's a symbolism of a strong connection, a strong friendship, a strong bond. But for this, it felt like a stuckness, like maybe someone is requiring you, or you in your mind or perception are feeling as though the requirement for you to be in that relationship is for you to be a certain way. So in other words, that's not a strong connection. That is a connection with prerequisites. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable. So I want to say back away from that. And please know that while you might be sensing that that is the prerequisite for the friendship, for the connection, the partnership, whatever that is, don't assume that the other person knows that, or that that is the other person's understanding. It's not sometimes. It's your perception of what you feel is required for that bond and that connection to continue. So I just feel there's a lot of self-healing and also some energy around self-judgment, self-blame, and shame. So there's going to be, and I'm hearing detoxing, so there's some detoxing going on with some of you. Please love yourself and give yourself compassion for where you're at. We're all doing the best we know how, even when we're not doing the best we know how. It's just where we are. And give yourself some love. And I do hear and feel that a lot of shame energy will be healing. A lot of shame energy. So be loving and be kind and be generous to yourself. Also, for many of you, I'm seeing that you're reassessing some goals. It's as though you've achieved a certain goal or ideal that you had set out to achieve. And I see you pulling like reset. You're doing a reset. What do I want for myself? Where am I aiming my energy at now? Some of you too have a little irritant on your path. I want to say around a female energy. And I see you releasing yourself from that closer to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week. I'm hearing, it's interesting because they're showing you milk does the body good. Now, whether it does or not, we don't know, but I know the analogy is that nourish yourself, make sure that you're nourished. And I want to say on a physical level, with food even, vitamins, whatever you do to nourish yourself physically. It's more from a physical standpoint. All right. It's interesting, I'm hearing your cousins hear you. So if you have cousins, then you're wondering if they're connected, or if you're picking up their thought patterns, they're picking up yours. They do hear you. I think that's really cute. Also, I'm seeing a lot of, especially near Thursday, Friday, I see just the richest, most beautiful soil being placed around something that you're trying to grow with yourself. And whether it's an idea, a thought, a project, I just feel like everything is conspiring on your behalf. So please love that and trust that. And they're also near Friday bringing out a lot of playfulness, some simplicity, doing things that are just fun like you did when you were a kid. I used to play hide and go seek and all kinds of, my mom had the best games that she would share with us from her childhood that were just a lot of fun. So I'm seeing a lot of simplicity, whether you're taking a soccer ball out and just kind of kicking it around and having some fun. Just ease. I feel a lot of ease, which will be useful because the beginning of the week, there'll be some energies that you'll be processing. So that will assist you. All right, let's look at the 28th. We're going to go from the 28th to the 31st, which is Saturday to Tuesday. All right. Well, I'm seeing, the first thing I'm hearing is a blank screen. So I feel like many of you are in the process of creating something brand new. It's like having, you know, one of those boards where you can, kind of like an eraser board, all right? And I see it's clear, but you're getting ready to create what it is you want for yourself, what you want to see happen in your relationships, what you want to, for your future. So I see you being creative with it though, and having fun with it, and being playful. And you know, just remember when you were kids how much fun you had. You didn't go around judging and putting all this heaviness on yourself. And I feel like that's the space you're going to be in the flow of growth. All right. I also see for some of you that have been down, depressed, that I see the curtains coming up and like new energy, new light coming in, like you coming out of your shell, your cocoon. And I also am hearing about soul memories. So there are memories coming back to you about your soul's mission, maybe your soul's last incarnation, or you kind of having memories of why things are so easy to you, certain things, and understanding. Maybe you don't know it as a memory, but you feel it as like, I know how to do this. I know I've done this before. I know this is easy for me. Like this, it's like you recognizing your own soul and your soul recognizing you. It's beautiful, really. All right. I see also some changes for some of you. I don't know if you're going to be moving or doing some furniture rearranging, work changes also. I feel ease with this, so please don't get yourself all tripped out about anything. You know, I want to say too that there's nothing worse than somebody saying something and you feel like you're fine, and then they say something, you go, whoa, what do you mean changes? What does that mean? And just know that the universe works to assist you. It's not here to hurt you. You may feel discomfort, but sometimes growth isn't always, it's not that it has to be messy or uncomfortable, but you're being stretched. But that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like an ease, like you're ready for this change that's coming. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm ready for this. So I'm hearing new principle too. So it's like, I feel like in regards to that, it's like a new principle player, like, and also you adhering to new principles for yourself. What is the, like, say if integrity, like integrity is my principle that I am wanting to fulfill. I want to be in integrity, something to that effect. If it is growth, new growth, my principal idea is new growth. So I feel you honing in on what is going to be of use to you. Yeah, and I want to say for some of you that have been sad, I feel like a happy face. It's funny because they're showing the sad face like this, and then they're just turning it around like into a happy face. So things are going to turn around for you. Yeah, all right. Now I'm going to look at the whole thing from the 15th through the 31st and see what they have on the broad spectrum. You know, it's funny, I know they talked about weather a bit, but I do see weather being kind of at ease, we'll have some hot moments maybe, but I really feel an ease with weather patterns. Thank you. I just got a click in my room. So I feel an ease with weather patterns. I know some of you, they're saying, have been distraught or distressed around some of the weather changes, but just know that, you know, many people are coming online too, that there would be, that the weather is changing, and that it might be changing because of man's hands in not being in harmony with what we've been given so freely to nourish us. But the information and the insight there is not meant to frighten you. It's meant for you to do everything that you know to do to create harmony, growth, love, peace with Gaia, yourself. I know for myself there are things that we do, like we recycle, we try to buy organic. Lately I went through a phase there where I was drinking a lot of sodas, and they're not good for you, of course, but I, judge, just you do you, and then you go, and my energy is just like, I don't want any more, and I haven't had any for a couple months now at all. I switched to iced tea or different things, water, and because my energy wants that, and so I don't know why I switched over to that, but what I'm saying is that do your part as you know to do it. If you enjoy being a part of a group that is making changes on the planet to encourage her health, to support her health, bravo. My mantra is always be proactive, not reactive. So do what you can do on a personal level, and know that on a personal level that you are assisting. And the reason that this is coming up is because some people are in a fear mentality or fear-mongering state of, oh my, the world's ending, and oh, the weather's bad, and the earth is changing, and it's too late, and it's never too late to do your part today. It's never too late. So start today to do your part, and know that your part matters, but also your consciousness. All right. So let's build a consciousness of seeing Gaia healed, loved, and supported by our personal actions. All right. Let's see what else. For many of you, I see some fruition of your wishes, your dreams. I'm seeing a rainbow. Which is always like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or when we see a rainbow, we make a wish, etc. And I see the fruition of a wish that you've had, a desire. I am hearing that planet Earth is changing, and that planet Earth will achieve her mission. So know that we're part of this mission. Gaia has her own energy. She is a being alone on her own. We are collective consciousness, but we also have individual consciousness, and she has her individual consciousness as well. And she is moving forward. She is transforming and shifting and changing with love and ease to the best of her ability. I'm hearing get on board the love train, all right, because sending her love and sending love to everyone is going to be the key. All right, let's see if there's anything else. All right, they're saying, remember, you are a child of the Most High. And with that, I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to do a little blurb right here that there is a link on my website under ETS, Energetic Transmission Sessions, and there's a free activation. It's on right now. So being a subscriber either to my newsletter or to my YouTube, you're getting the first end of this. And it will be available till the 22nd of July. So feel free to enjoy it. It's called Story That You Tell Yourself That Doesn't Include All of You. It's a wonderful activation. After that, it'll be in my store called ETS Now for $10. So if you like it and you want to use it later on different things, then feel free to purchase it. And there's many other fun activations in there for you to look at. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. It's important that We all share. And if you enjoy me and you think somebody else would enjoy me, I appreciate you sharing me. If you'd like your own personal session, feel free to contact me. Right now, I'm about a week out. So, depending on where I am, with clients, it varies between a day, 3 days to a week out. But right now, we're about a week out. So with that, I want to say thank you, namaste, and I appreciate you.